So someone was saying something. I'm so sorry, I missed the point.
Yeah, it's all about testing the right code and deploying it into the production
Mm-hmm.
and finding the bugs.
So how about others?
Ensuring the function requirements given by the client are met with the maximum test availability radar.
Okay. How about others? How about others? Yeah,
to
Ganesh,
find
go
out
ahead.
the functionality checking.
So Rajshekhar, Mohan, Daljit.
Hi. Right.
Hi.
I missed that question.
So what is testing all about?
Yeah, testing is nothing but we will check the whether developer software is functionality wise it is working or not. So the expected results are coming or not. The software is reaching or not. This in this way we will test the software like in different phases.
So sorry, Rajshekhar. Yeah, could you repeat it?
Hello.
Yeah, could you repeat
Am I?
your point, Rajshekhar?
Yeah. Software testing is we will test the software whichever we developed for the customer requirement. So which is reached or not the requirements. In that way, we'll check the functionality testing.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas the non-functional testing we have like we'll check like so the developer software is meets our requirement or not. In that way, we will test in non-functional testing. Like the like load testing and sorry, load testing and like response. These things we will test in that.
Mm-hmm.
So how quickly the application is responding. So is there any delay between like client and server, and how much time it is taking to get the response? So what is the DB server is how the response in that way we will test. And functionality wise we will check like the all the requirements, all the buttons are working or not. So something defect we find, and then we will work on that, and if, once updates if they develop, and then we will retest it again, and then we will deliver it. So quality product to the customer.
Okay. So how about others? Rachi, Jaya, Hari. So I hope everyone is able to see the slide. Hope
Yes.
everyone is able to see the screen. So if you are unable to talk, you can type it in the chat window. I will also look into the chat window. Okay. So So you guys discuss about what is testing, the purpose of testing, and what is it all about and stuff. So we all know why testing is important. So in that, why automation testing is important. So can anyone give their views about why automation testing is important? If you know, it's fine. If you don't know also, it's totally fine. I'll fill in for you. Yeah, Amrita, go
Yeah,
ahead.
we
To reduce mundane work that usually a manual tester does. Uh, yeah, and also it helps in the regression testing as well, many times.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, Rajshekar, go ahead. Rajshekar, go ahead.
yeah. So automation testing is like we will automate the manual scripts with the different multiple users. So to test the response and all the functionalities are working or not. So like all uploadings or downloadings, whatever the images or whatever the documents content. So the page is responses are getting or not. See if there are any defects if we are finding. So if there are any issues we find, then in that way we will test the software by using automation scripts. Like we will test like with cross browsing test and multiple environments, different environments. In this way, we'll do the automation testing.
Nice, 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 Rajshekar. Would anyone else would like to throw a view on this before I speak about why automation testing is important? Anyone else? It's okay if you're saying a wrong answer. No one is gonna judge you here. Or no one is gonna tell you that you are speaking something wrong. Go ahead. Yeah, Prachi, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Actually, like when the software grows gradually, it multiple units has been integrated and like so it happens like when we get a new build. So testing to do a sanity testing from end to end, it becomes challenging when software is big. So that's where the automation helps to test a regression. We can have a pre-built automated scenario. We can just run it. So in that.
Okay, okay, okay. Cool. Perfect. Just a moment. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Let's continue our discussion. Uh, so let me jump into the point directly. Why automation testing is so important? Because all the time we cannot sit in front of the system and do the same process again and again, right? If I ask you to do, if I want you to have the same meals for next 1 month, would you guys be able to have it? Yes or no? Would you guys be able to have the same meal for next 1 month? Rashekar,
No,
Amrita, Purvika,
no, it's
you
No.
guys
different.
can. So the same thing, if we are trying to test the same application for once or twice, it works fine. For n number of times, it doesn't work out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
got it. Yes. So that is the main reason the concept of automation has started. Now, another reason why automation is important is we need to test the same application in different places. Like today I want to test the same application in Amrita system. Today I want to test the same application in Jaya system, or I want to test the same application in Rajsekar system, and the process and all. Yeah. So how will it do it? It is very difficult, right, manually to sit and get the status report or something. So when you build a robust automation script, which is useful, then on a button click, you will get the execution reports results for each and every report. Yeah, got it?
yes,
Any doubts? Yes. Another thing with automation is reliability. So it can perform the same action again and again for n number of times. Got it?
yes.
Is it clear? Any doubts?
No.
Hmm. Another thing is it decreases the execution time. I mean, it decreases the execution time. Like the execution of automation scripts is so fast that it will be executed in a flash. Okay, it will be executed in a flash, no matter what. Clear? Is this clear, everyone?
Yes.
So this is why automation testing is very much important. I hope everyone is clear with this point. Why automation testing is important.
Yes.
So what can you infer from this image, everyone? What can you infer from this image?
An automated guy can do multiple tasks, whereas a
Your
manual.
voice is breaking. Can you repeat it again, please?
Am I audible now?
Yeah, go ahead, Amrita.
A manual tester is taking a lot of time to complete a set of tasks, whereas a automated automation engineer or the tester can do multiple tasks
Mhm.
at a less
Okay,
time given. Yeah.
okay. So how about others?
It can be tested in multiple browsers and devices in less time, and like one person can do mm, cross-browser testing, or like on any mobile. If it is, uh, yeah, that multiple devices or that can be done using the same automatic.
Okay, nice. Nice, Raji. How about you, Rajshekar? What can you infer from this match?
Yes, manual, it will take a lot of time to find the bugs. So it's it's expensive. And where compared to automation, like we can automate a number of scripts with a number of in number of browsers and number of devices in number of locations. So we can share the results and we can find more defects uh, in less time only. So it's very proficient, yeah, compared to manual.
Mhm. How about others? Anyone could drop fire, any one other person could drop in on this? Anyone else? So, all of you, whatever you said about this image is absolutely right. But we should never ever rule out that this phase happens whenever the product is going live. That means whenever the product is about to go to production. So, what is happening? We are all juggling the things, right? Yes or no? Yes or
Yes.
no, guys?
Yes,
So,
yes.
whereas in automation, he or she has spent around 6 months to 1 year of the project lifecycle to build an automation script. So once he or she has built the automation script, on a single click of play button, it will be executed in multiple places, multiple environments, and you can also do a quick comparison check of this functionality, how it is working in this location, that location, and all, and you can get a hands-on report easily, right?
Yes.
Clear? Is it clear?
Just a question here, Rahul. So before the product is going to the prod environment or live, you mean to say that automation will not help or it helps? I'm sorry.
Before the product is going live also automation will help. Why? Uh, because it is very difficult for manual team to perform all the things, right, at the peakest of the
Yeah,
times.
that's correct.
Because when
That's
the
correct.
product
Yeah.
is going live, it is very difficult for all the things to be done by manual testers. So what is the smartest approach that most of the companies are implementing now is they are building the automation suite to test the common functionalities, and the manual testers to test the anomaly scenarios, like the difficult scenarios or the scenarios where the application is prone to breakage. This is the smartest way of testing when the product is going live or about to go live or something like that. Okay. And in fact, automation is also used for test data preparation also. Got it, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Clear? Any doubts? Any doubts, guys? Clear?
When we are talking about test data, so we uh, test data in the sense like if some specific data is required. using functional automations in suite. I think we can
it's
using load test scripts, I guess.
no, I mean load testing is one thing. Load testing, what happens? You do the testing from backend APIs. There is another concept of doing load testing from UI also. That's where automation can also help you. If there's someone asks you to prepare 100 accounts, generate 1,000 invoices for 1,000 accounts, that time load testing will not work out, right? The Jmeter or LoadRunner, whatever you use, that time you need to use the automation scripts. Yeah. If you want to do so many sort of financial adjustments, that time
So
also
that
automation will be.
you're telling that the automation script you have to run it for multiple iteration and you can get it
Yeah.
done because
Yes. Yes.
in like I actually I have a little background in load testing, so using load runner script or Jmeter
Yeah,
script
yeah,
I
that
have
is all. That
used it.
also works. But the thing with low runners or JMeters is they directly interact with the APIs. Here in automation, we don't interact with the APIs. We interact with the application. So on continuous stress, also we can understand how the application is performing. Very slow, fast, whatever it is. This is another metrics of doing the load testing, Prachi. I mean, that is also right. This is also right. Is this clear, Prachi?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what are the advantages of automation? Reliability, repeatable, comprehensive, better quality software. What do you mean by reliable? The test cases perform precisely the same operations each time they run, thereby eliminating human error. Got it? What do you mean by repeatable? Enabling the capability to test how the software reacts under repeated execution. Yeah? Is this points clear, right? Reliability and repeatable. And what do you mean by comprehensiveness? It provides the ability to build a suite of tests that got it everyone? Better quality software, ability to run more test cases in less amount of time with reduced team size. So just remember this point because this is the thing that attracts most of the project managers. Why automation testing? There will be a question that you might be asked in the interview, or your manager might ask you why automation testing needs to be implemented. Just tell this point. We can run more test cases in less amount of time with reduced team size. So these are the attractive keywords that always all the service delivery managers or the higher management looks into it. What do you mean by questions? We can enable the reusability even if the UI of the application changes. Got it? Got it, guys? Is it clear, everyone? So what do you mean by programmable? We by programming the automation scripts, we can bring out some hidden information that is from the present within the application. So the best example would be in my real-time automation scenario is that when we were automating the test scripts and running the code on 7 different browsers, we were observed that login is taking a lot of time to do. Manually, we couldn't find this issue, but when we are doing using automation, we found that login is taking a lot of time. So what was the root cause we found was the networking protocols that were maintained for the application was not proper. So with this, they have corrected the networking protocols, and by that, the application was working really good, really amazing. Got it? Got it, everyone? Then, as I've told you, fast. Automation scripts run significantly faster than the manual process. So what is cost reduction? When reduced team size is working, then obviously the cost also will be reduced, right? The reduction in cost will be delivered as profits to the project. Is it clear, guys? What are the advantages of automation? Kamesh. And what is the other areas that automation gives us the advantage? Accuracy. It performs the same action with greater precision, lower errors than manual testing. Okay. So Resource optimization. Frees the testing resources from the test execution of software builds that are frequently given by the development team. So what happens in this situation is that every night we can get some new builds from the software. I mean, every night we get some new builds from the development team. There and affect wider test coverage. So when there are larger number of cases that are automated, so what happens? The manual team also can increase the scope of coverage of the application, because when the automation starts covering the application in multiple areas, then manual team also can start covering the areas which are not covered by automation. I hope these points are clear. I hope these points are clear, everyone. If yes, put a yes in the chat box.
That means uh, like which are not covered in automation script that like over that manual team can focus. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
over. Yes, yes. Okay. Is it clear?
Clear.
So, speed, as I've told you, the speed of the execution is something else. What I've told you in the previous point, the automation execution is so fast that it goes like a tracer bullet. You can't even see what is happening. Got it? Is it clear, everyone? So, all of you can see this graph, right? What can you infer from this graph?
Yeah, we can do the automation in very less time when compared to the manual testing.
So, for different test suits, that is what it is
Yeah.
depicting it. So, how
Yes.
about others? Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Rashika. How about others?
It's like yeah, different tests like regression, sanity, and smoke. Like how much effort is needed for a manual tester and how much is needed for an automation tester. No, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Prachi. It's okay. You can be wrong. You can also say wrong.
Yeah, yeah. So I can see that full regression, and like maximum could be covered. Maybe like manual effort is more, but it's like 1/10 of effort is needed for the automation tester to do a full regression. And similarly, partial regression also like less effort is required for automation tester, but it's kind of comparison effort needed for uh, manual and for automation tester for different testing scenarios.
Okay. Nice, nice, nice. So as everyone said, this is what I'm able to depict from the graph. Graph that if a robust automation framework or suite is built, then only you can see the fruits of using the automation. If you just write some sample script and if you see, ask it like reduce the execution time should be reduced from day one, that is not going to happen. You need to build a robust framework. You need to build a robust code in such a way that uh, it can handle any kind of a situation in less amount of time. Got it? Got it, everyone? Now, before jumping into automation concepts and automation stuff, so what are the 5 different things that you need to follow? The first thing is never ever create a mess of your automation scripts. Whatever you're trying to automate, automate with some clarity. Like whatever you're trying to automate, automate with some what you're wanting to do. So, Sue. Avoid complex logic in your scripts. So write the logic which is necessary for your scripts. Don't create a mess of the logic. Don't create some complex logic so that you can depict or demonstrate that you are good enough. Third thing, 100% automation is never ever possible because we cannot handle captchas, we cannot do any sort of image processing with automation, we cannot do audio video testing and all this stuff. Whenever some manager says 100% automation should happen, tell them confidently that 100% automation is not at all feasible. Automation is just here to help ease the testing process, make the testing process more comfortable. We are not replacing the manual testing team. Don't be under the assumption that once the automation is there, manual team will be replaced. Never. Manual testing team has their own role, automation testing has their own role. So as I've told you, test automation is a software development process. Like we also need to build a code, we need to write the code, we need to build the framework, we also need to do all the stuff. Got it? Got it everyone?
Yes, Rahul, I have one question here.
Go ahead.
Yes, as part of manual testing, we can do all the functionality, we can test all the functionalities. Whereas in automation testing, we can't do all the functionalities as
Yes.
automation, right?
Yeah, we cannot
So,
guarantee 100% of functionalities will be covered.
yeah, so we have to identify the whatever the scenarios we can automate, those things only we will cover.
Yes.
It is 80% or 90% or 75%.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Clear everyone? Is this clear guys?
One layman question, probably very trivial. Uh, how can we differentiate? Like, how can we say that this cannot be automated? Or you said some
So
videos.
based on the manual test cases, like when we start automation, we'll have the set of manual test cases, right? When
Yeah.
we get our manual test cases, you know, right, which can be automated. Like if it is containing some captchas or image related stuff, you cannot automate. If you've seen like you have a complex functionality which needs to be interacted with the desktop application, then Selenium doesn't support desktop applications, right? That time you can say it's not automatable. It all depends. Like it's a spontaneous decision that we take. There's no theory behind stating which can be automated, which cannot be automated, and something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So can't we compare
No, no,
that?
it's not by screenshots. It's just like based on the test case, on the complexity of the test case, on the flow. Based on that only we check it whether automation is possible or not.
All right. Okay. And the UI screenshots and all, if there are any modifications in the UI and all, that can't be captured. That can
Yeah,
be captured, right?
yeah. Every screenshot can be captured via automation.
Okay.
Hmm.
Every
We
screenshot
can,
can be captured, but there are certain scenarios or used case wherein a manual inter.
yes or no?
No, Selenium is different. Definitely a web browser application. I mean, like it supports only the browser things.
Desktop tools also have a separate tools, but those are not flexible enough to do these kind of testing. Come on.
No, then the
No desktop.
company.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. So I'm telling that even we have desktop automation tools like UFT and all the stuff. First of all, affording a UFT is a very big thing because the license of the UFT is only it's charging like a bomb. And second thing, desktop automation is something like we don't have complete control on the tool. If you want to make some changes, you have to talk to the UFT team and get the changes as per your thing. Got it?
Yeah. So, okay, I'm just referring to something here. Probably I'm not getting this point. If we dig deep, probably only then I can understand this point.
Yeah. So you cannot do audio and video testing, right? If there is some audio and video files in your website, can you do the testing for that with automation? No, right? This is something you listen and you view it to understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I can just check whether the audio and video files are existing or not, but I cannot validate the data inside.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
You cannot validate the biometrics. You can see, as a human, you can validate your own biometrics, but I can't validate through automation, right? Yes or no?
So definitely for biometrics, you require the manual testing a lot, right?
Yeah. Now
If you
there
have
is another
1,000 users
concept.
per company or 100 users, for example, for one company,
Hmm.
then how do you, you cannot, I don't know, probably I'm taking it wrong direction.
So you need to spend some time in the subject to understand which can be automated, which cannot be automated. Like if you ask me upfront, it's very difficult for me to say multiple examples, right?
Yeah, I get it. It's based on the FRS or whatever. Yeah. Or some used scenarios wherein we can decide on the fly.
Yeah, yeah,
I get it.
yeah, yeah. So that's the thing. So any doubts, guys, so far? Any doubts, everyone, so far? All clear? Any doubts you have, you can ask. For today, we have just gone through the introduction of automation, and you want us to go through the course plan. It's a very big course plan that we have for now. I'll just show you. I hope you guys have gone through the course plan prior.
Yes.
So just I'll go through it briefly, just for the sake of everyone. So as today we have discussed about what is testing and what is test automation. Today we are yet to discuss from here SDLC lifecycle with respect to test automation. What are the different facts, case studies, and facts to prove why automation testing is important? Why Selenium is the tool that we use? What are the pros and cons? Compare it to other tools. JDK setup and installation of Eclipse and IntelliJ tools, Git bash installation. How do we use the different Git commands using IntelliJ? How do we perform the different Git commands using command prompt? Yeah. What are the different basics of Java? How do we create a new class? What are the different data types, wrapper classes? What are the different conditional and looping statements? Static versus non-static methods, initialization of objects, basics of constructor, strings, exception handling, arrays. How do we combine all these concepts in your Selenium code? Yeah. So what are the different, why strings and collections are important from automation perspective? What are the different types of string functions? How do we use the string utils concepts? How do we use different collections and their usage? What is exception handling? How do we use multiple cache blocks with one try block? What is the difference between throws and throw method? How do we perform different file operations like write, read, copy? How do we perform inheritance? How do we perform the real-time oops concepts in real time? How do we create a Maven project and how do we add the dependencies? So what is Selenium IDE? What is Selenium RC? What are the different types of locators for searching the elements? How do we find the elements based on different types of XPath? How do we handle the tables? What are the different weight concepts? How do we handle the alert window pop-ups? Actions class. How do we handle multiple windows and tabs? How do we capture the screenshots? How do we handle the frames and shadow frames? How do we upload and download the files? Is it clear, everyone? The topics that we are covering, the different concepts in test engine Cucumber. Then we cover the concept of properties file, Excel operations, JSON operations. How do we generate reports? How do we do API testing? How do we work on the database concepts? We'll also be teaching you how to the basics of database and how do we work on it. Yep. Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah, Rahul. So as part of API testing, we will cover only REST APIs, or so
Only
those
rest.
things will have
Only rest.
only REST. Okay, fine. So here
Yes.
I have one question. Like we have another tool, Cypress, right?
Yes.
Like Selenium. So we so I have a clarification on it. Which tool is best in the market
See, in
for
it,
present?
when you're working in India, Selenium is the tool that everyone is
Okay,
looking out for, first of all. The simple reason is
okay,
it can also work in Linux and Mac. Cypress works in
okay,
Windows.
okay. So yeah, okay,
Platform independent. Second thing,
okay,
Cypress supports only
okay,
JavaScript. Selenium supports
okay,
Java, Python, C hash, Ruby, everything.
okay, okay. It will support multiple languages. Okay,
Multiple languages, platform independent, easy to use.
okay. But both are open sources, right?
Both are open source. See,
Okay,
Cypress supports Chrome and Firefox. Selenium supports Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, Opera.
okay. Multiple processes.
Yeah, it is very difficult to switch
Okay,
between the windows. It's
okay.
very difficult to
In
handle the
Cypress, huh?
synchronize. Yeah, whereas in
Okay,
Selenium we can handle it easily. The only advantage Cypress has is it has a default reporting mechanism. Selenium doesn't have any default reporting mechanism.
okay, okay. Reporting the Selenium tool, it will by itself it will generate. Huh?
No, Cypress will generate by itself. Selenium will you will have to write a code to generate a reporting tool. You have to use some third-party plugins to generate the reports.
Okay, okay. So we can integrate with Selenium, right? Those plugins.
Yeah, yeah. See, we can see
Okay,
that is why we say Selenium is more flexible, right? You can create your own
okay,
reporting tool of your choice and you can put it. Okay.
okay,
In Cypress, you have to follow the reporting tool that it has given.
okay, okay. Fine, got it.
Yeah.
And so one more thing, the integration part is there, na? So like CI/CD,
Jenkins we are
uh,
covering.
Jenkins, yeah, Jenkins.
Jenkins we are
So
covering this time.
Jenkins, okay. So Jenkins in the sense, integration, everything, the configuration
Yeah.
part, everything will cover or how?
See, what is needed for automation, I will cover that much. Jenkins is a very big subject. If I start teaching everything of Jenkins, it will take another 1 month for me. I'll teach what is
Okay,
necessary for
okay.
automation.
So okay, I mean, like integration with Selenium, that much is
Yeah, yeah,
enough, right?
just that much is enough for us.
Okay,
And in
fine.
the office environment also, you'll not be given to set up to do the Jenkins. They will only do the setup and they'll give you. You just need to trigger the pipelines.
Okay, we'll just run the jobs only.
Yeah, it will be of more on the running of jobs.
Okay, okay. But here you will cover, right, that integration part of how to
Yeah,
integrate
we
and
will
all. Yeah.
cover we will cover how do you install, how do you open, how do you create a local host. Everything will be covered here. But what is
Okay.
essential for your company, you follow that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That will be fine.
Yes. Anyone else? Any doubts?
Yeah, Rahul, I have a question. Like, like I don't know the different flavors or what. The Selenium has different things like IDE, WebDriver, RC. But like we are covering only IDE, RC. So like
We are covering
I even
only.
don't know that process of the different flavors. Like, there is a Selenium WebDriver also, right?
See, Selenium WebDriver is the only thing we are covering because in the companies we are using only Selenium WebDriver. First of all, there is
So
no
this
Selenium.
this IDE, RC, these two, like, these are
These are
only
only for
WebDriver,
these
right?
are only good for your interview.
Okay, maybe I'll get to know once we move ahead.
Hmm.
Still, I'm not able to like
I
figure out.
understand your curiosity, Prachi, but you have to spend some time with the class and the subject to understand the sequence of things that we are
Yeah,
planning for you.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Manu Kamesh, tell me. So anyone else has any doubt? You have 3 more minutes to go.
How many classes will it take to cover all these topics?
Say how many months it will take? 30 to 45 days. 30 to 45 classes, if you want to be precise.
Okay.
So it will be like 1.5 months to 2 months.
Yeah, in days also where we have to skip the classes.
Yeah, yeah, most of like summer occasions or something. I have like
Yeah,
I'm already taken few classes of Isha, so it happens all many of the times.
yeah, yeah.
Rahul, the classes will happen weekends also or only working
Only
days?
weekdays, Monday to Friday.
Okay.
If we want something in weekend, I will let you know prior. Okay.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you.